So, on our 5th anniversary, my husband announces that he's leaving me because he's going to be with a much younger, much more beautiful woman. His mistress. Well, you know what I have to say about that? It might surprise you. Hello everyone, I'm Chandler. I'm a married woman, although my husband Julius did leave me tonight for a much younger woman. So I guess I won't be married for much longer. I met Julius at a bar a few years ago, and I thought he was really good looking. And we went to his house that night, and initially we had not gotten back to each other. But then we ran into each other just a few more times at the bar. We decided it must be the universe pushing us together, so we gave in to the demands of the universe and soon began to date. Initially, I had been discouraged by Julius's past dating history. You see, he's only ever dated 20-year-olds, rarely ever going over the age of 25. But I thought I was in love with him, and he was charming too. He would buy me flowers, open my door for me like a gentleman. You see, Julius is a wealthy man. He comes from old money, and he would treat me so well in front of his family and friends. He honestly made me feel like a queen. So my doubts and insecurities evaporated soon enough. I was full wooed by him, and would usually ignore his wandering eyes. And our 2-year-long courtship, he had me fooled. You see, I also pretended that his eyes were only on me. Well, now that I'm married to him, I can see how delusional I was back then. But Julius was just that good to me when his eyes locked onto mine, and I never wanted him to take his eyes off me. When he asked me to marry him, it was the easiest decision of my life, and I wish I had hesitated or thought it through just a bit more. Our engagement was absolutely magical, like a fairy tale magical. He would take me on elaborate trips and vacations with his friends, and I'd say he was truly a perfect gentleman. He truly made me believe that he was the one. That all changed and we got married. Somehow the switch turned on and he turned into an entirely different man. He stopped caring about treating me well, and he stopped taking me out on dates, and he stopped being very affectionate on a daily basis. I'd been very confused in the beginning, but I realized that he was using me as a trophy wife. He loved flaunting his wife in front of everyone, and you see, I'm a model and in a very great shape, and so it became clear that he had only liked me around just to show off to the world that he had me. I soon began to feel dejected by how he treated me. I couldn't believe that just because we were married, he would lose his interest in me. I was still delusional back then, and I tried my best to be everything that he could ever wish for. I was an absolutely perfect wife for him. I dressed well for him, hoping his interest in me would return. I would try to pretend that I was interested in the things that he liked, and I kept these great relations with his friends and their partners. But nothing ever worked, until I found out that he was cheating on me. See, I had kept too great of relations with his friends, and one of his friends, Thomas, ran into me once. He's a very handsome guy, and I always thought he did not fit with everyone that well. I never understood why he stuck with him. But the same could be said about me. I only stuck with these people because of my husband. Anyways, Thomas and I began to chit-chat. As I was leaving, he stopped me. He told me that he could not hide it from me, not after he liked me so much as a person. He revealed that he had seen my husband with somebody at the club. Somebody very, very young. And you know what, guys? I was absolutely mortified. I was shocked. We had been married for over 4 years by then, and yeah, I know that we had our marriage issues, but I never suspected that he would cheat on me like that, guys. Can you imagine? Well, anyways, Thomas saw my bewilderment and thought that I did not believe him. So he just promised me that he would go and get proof. That I would have to believe him then, and even after everything, I still loved my husband. Over the next few months, Thomas began collecting proof. Thomas began taking pictures of Julius as if he were with another woman to show me as proof. Thomas also revealed that Julius helped a cousin of his find a job at the country club, which hurt me a lot because Julius had not even told me about this cousin. This somehow made me feel even more insignificant. Was I really so insignificant to my husband that he didn't even introduce me to his cousin? I had, of course, believed Thomas the first time he came forward with his claims, and the proof was just the final nail in the coffin. So I decided to confront him about it when I've had enough. I told him that I had pictures of him with women, but he dodged all the proof, claiming that he wasn't having an affair with them. He claimed that none of these pictures were concrete evidence, which, you know what, is true. He claimed that these women, it's just pictures of him with women who worked at the country club. It didn't mean he was cheating on me. Well, it did not quell my suspicion, but he was right. This was not concrete proof of his infidelity, and Thomas was mad that Julius has dodged my accusations. So I think he thought that now I thought of him as a liar for everything, but was simply, it wasn't true. He promised me that he saw Julius leading these young women into rooms. He was sure that Julius was no doubt cheating on me. I know that he was right. Well, just because I didn't have the concrete proof evidence right there screaming at me, it didn't mean that my husband was innocent like he claimed to be. So guess what? It's our 5th-year anniversary today, and we had not planned anything. We were still kind of fighting over my accusations a month ago. He's been passive-aggressive with me, blaming me for even accusing him of being unfaithful. And soon he just started to treat me with a cold shoulder. Now, he's told me that he's leaving me. He claimed that I had pushed him away with my accusations and that he was done with my suspicious behavior. He claimed that he had found somebody way younger than me who did not question his fidelity, and now he would be leaving me for her. Well, I told him that then I must have been correct, that he was indeed already cheating on me. He yelled, "No, I pushed him into cheating." He pinned the blame on me, saying that if I had not questioned him, he would not have been forced into another woman's arms. Gaslight. He advised me to suck it up and leave his house with a bit of dignity. I had enough by then. I told him that he could not fool me. I knew he's been unfaithful to me even before everything went down. I told him I knew about him for months and that he could not just blame this on me. He then went to tell me that he should have never married me. I was way too confrontational and claiming that I always questioned him about this and that. He then revealed that this time he did it right. This time he chose somebody who did not ask questions. Not on every step he took. Somebody young and even more beautiful by a mile. He was very flippant about it, and I've had enough. So I pushed forward and began packing up as he went down to the wine cellar for a bit of alcohol. I'm just glad I never sold my studio apartment and I returned back there. But all throughout the day, I did not cry. I felt relieved. I've been suffocating in this marriage for way too long, and this is going to be my actual way out of this. Well, anyways, can you guys believe his audacity? He's blaming me for the infidelity? I mean, what? I will let you guys know how this goes in the future. What's up, everybody? Mr. Reddito here. So today's story is far from over. I have multiple updates to hop into, but first, if you guys are not subscribed to the channel, take a second, hit that subscribe button for daily stories, and let's jump into the first update. Hello everyone, it's Chandler. My husband left me 2 weeks ago for a younger woman, and you would not believe who the younger woman actually is. In the last 2 weeks, I've been very vulnerable. I'm glad that Julius ended our marriage, but I spent so many years on this relationship, I'm bound to feel crappy about it ending. And I've let myself feel these things even though by the end of our marriage, I had no feelings left for my husband at all. Thomas has been helping me deal with my feelings though, and we've been hanging out at the end of the day, ordering takeout, watching television, and I'm just grateful for his presence because when he is around, I'm less likely to be sad. We've grown closer as friends and even closer than before. However, yesterday he revealed that the girl Julius has been cheating on me was apparently the cousin that he told me about. He revealed that he saw them kissing and found it weird and disgusting. He later went up to Julius's mistress and asked her about him. Emily was confused and claimed that Julius was not her cousin. Well, Thomas did some research for me and he found out that Emily was lying. Apparently, Emily is Julius's distant cousin who ran away from home with her high school lover a few years ago. They're both clearly lying about their relationship. I felt so disgusted by their behavior. So I went and confronted Julius today, though, and I gave him the divorce papers, and he told me that he would get it looked over by his lawyer. Then I brought up his mistress and asked him who she was. He had rolled his eyes and revealed that he was dating Emily, an employee at the country club. There was no way in hell he didn't know that Emily was his cousin. No ducking way. Especially because he had initially just told Thomas that she was a cousin all those months ago. So I went ahead to ask him, why was he lying? That I knew she was his distant cousin who had run away from home with her high school lover a few years ago. He snorted and told me that I'm getting obsessed with him and his new girlfriend, and he told me to back off. So you know what I did? I simply laughed in his face. I told him that Thomas told me that he had initially introduced her as his cousin, and he claimed that he had done that so that she would get a job at the club easily. So guys, I just shrugged and pretended like I accepted this explanation, but I don't believe him. I asked him what he would do now that he does know, and he got angry at that and told me to leave him alone to think. So I left him standing there with a huge smile on my face, and I planned to find out if he actually knew that he was sleeping with his cousin or not. It would come in handy if I ever wished to expose him for the creep that he clearly is. Update number 2. Hey guys, so it's Chandler again, and today was the first hearing of my divorce case. But before that, I needed to confirm if Julius really knew that he was sleeping with his cousin or not. So I began my research by meeting up with Julius's sister, Donna. See, Donna had never been a fan of her brother, but she and I got along well. I knew if I asked her about her brother, she would tell me the truth about everything. So Donna revealed that she and Julius did know of Emily. She claimed that she might not know them because of their distant relationship, but when she had run away from home, it's been a huge scandal inside the family. Everybody knew about Emily. She admitted that before the scandal, she and Julius had probably never even met her. But due to the scandal, they definitely knew about her. She told me that due to this, everyone had seen her pictures. Everybody in the family knew Emily, come on. They knew how Emily looked because the family was looking for her all the way back then. So she just stated that there was no way that Julius had not seen pictures of her back then. I then told her, well, we need to go to the country club, so I took her there, and she confirmed that she could recognize Emily just by looking at her. And, well, she had not changed much in the past few years, and she claimed that there's no way in hell that Julius did not know the woman he began sleeping with is his cousin. And Julius is known for having an incredible memory, guys. Well, I'm telling you, so he definitely did not just forget how she looked either. I mean, come on, guys, this is clear as day. I had been in a hurry, though, as my hearing was in an hour, so I had to take off at that moment, leaving her at the country club, and I went to my hearing and we negotiated our divorce. When I came out of court, I was shocked to find a few missed calls from Donna. So I was pretty concerned. I immediately called her back. She told me that we need to meet ASAP because some new information about Julius and Emily has come to light. So I drove to the meeting place that she told me to go to, and all the while wondering what she found out. What more embarrassing things could she have found out about Julius in the few hours that I was gone? Turns out there are even more damning things against him. So Donna revealed that Emily and Julius are already married. Donna told me that she went up and started gossiping with Emily to make her tell her more about herself, without revealing that Donna knew who she was. So Emily actually revealed that she and one of the country club customers had secretly gotten married after he helped her out. Donna believes that Emily is completely oblivious to the fact that Julius is her cousin, and Julius is taking advantage of that. I can't believe that my ex-husband married his own distant cousin while he was married to me? And the worst thing is that poor Emily is still oblivious to all of this. I can't possibly let her stay in that dark situation about it. I have to tell her everything, don't I? Update number 3. Hello everyone, this is Chandler again. I spent a few more days debating if I should talk to Emily or not. Donna and Thomas both believe that I should reveal Julius's truth to the poor girl. Well, you know what? I do too. But what if she knows and doesn't care? It took me a week to muster up the courage to confront Emily. She looked like a sweet girl from a distance, and I was shocked that she was actually a sweet girl up close as well. Very soft-spoken, doesn't like making eye contact. Thinking about Julius using this sweet girl made me disgusted. So I went up to her and told her that I am Julius's wife. Well, she didn't believe me, and I had to show her proof of it before she was even ready to talk to me. I told her that Julius had cheated on me with her, and then married her in secrecy behind my back. At this point, she was in tears, and I felt so bad for the things that I was about to tell her. I delayed telling her everything by asking her how she and Julius even met. So she revealed that she's been in a very abusive relationship for years after she ran away from home. Her high school boyfriend had turned physically abusive, and she met Julius during that period of time. Initially, Julius had offered her money to help her out of the crappy situation, but then he found her attractive and instead offered to marry her and promised to give her everything. Emily claims to have agreed because there's no way that this gentleman could ever hurt her worse than, well, the ex-boyfriend could. She claimed that she's been unaware of the fact that Julius was already married to somebody. She promised me that if she knew that, she would have never let him help her. Well, you know what? I trusted what she said completely. I told her that I had even worse news to share with her. I revealed that Julius was actually her distant cousin, and her whole family had been looking for her. That's why he found her in the first place, and I told her that he probably found her attractive, so instead of helping her as a cousin, he helped her and began a relationship with her. Emily was so distraught after hearing that. I had to console her because she was crying so much. I felt so bad for her. She was oblivious to everything, and I told her that I would help her out and that she should not be scared and stressed. When she had calmed down a bit, she promised to help me expose Julius in front of everyone. She promised that she would help me sue Julius for polygamy, and I promised to give her everything we won from the case in return. So, now I'm just returning from another visit from my lawyer about this new case against Julius. There's no way Jules can get away with ruining my life, along with Emily like that. Update number 4. Hey everyone, this is Chandler again with another update, and guess what? I sued my ex-husband for being married to Emily while he was also married to me. Yeah, that's illegal. It's been 3 months, so a lot has happened so far. While I had filed the case, Julius has been furious and showed up at my home. He told me that I was making a huge mistake messing with him, so I went ahead to remind him that he was not in control here at all. He was the one who cheated on me and slept with his own damn cousin without telling her the whole truth. Julius claimed that neither of us loved each other anymore in the marriage anyway, so why did it matter so much? He was being so ridiculous, it was actually disgusting. He claimed that he loved Emily, and he could not let the fact that he was married to me, somebody he did not feel anything for, get in the way of his true love. He went on and on about how I ruined his life by marrying him, and now I was suing him for wanting to be happy with somebody who actually made him happy. Then he began asking me where Emily was, and I claimed innocence. In reality, I had moved Emily to Donna's house. I don't want Julius to harm or even be able to have the chance to manipulate Emily in any sort of way. She has been through enough in the last 24 hours, being taken advantage again and again by men in her life. Well, on the way out, he claimed that he would just deny everything. He told me that he would deny being married to Emily, or even knowing Emily was his cousin when they go to court. I told him that he could do whatever he wanted, I didn't care. Then he spent the next few days searching for Emily. Emily was, after all, his biggest loose end. So when my lawyer called Emily to the stand, his face was so white, I could have compared it to snow. Emily testified that Julius had married her in secrecy, lying about being single, and she also revealed that he lied to her about their familial relationship. She claimed to have been aware of none of it, being completely unaware of being related to Julius at all. Later, Donna testified that there was no way Julius was not aware of the family relationship and still pursued her as a married man. The case has, it's not come to a close yet, but there's no way that we're losing. Julius has no proof to back his claim. He's going to lose his case and a lot of money that Emily will use to begin her new life. Emily also wishes to get divorced from Julius as she's disgusted by him and doesn't even wish to look at him. I don't know if I believe Julius's claim that he loves Emily. He's just taking advantage of the poor girl, who was in a very vulnerable state. He is absolutely disgusting, he's a predator, and I can't believe that I ever let his charm sway me into loving him. I'm just glad that the truth finally came out in time. Final update. Hey everybody, this is Chandler again with one last update. It's been 6 months since my last post, and I wanted to update you guys about where we all are. Julius lost the case. He had to pay me a huge fine, which I later gave to Emily to help her start her life. Julius was not happy after losing, but what was worse was that now everybody knew about his little secret. His family stopped looking at him the same, even his friends stopped thinking as highly of him. Emily, on the other hand, just began going to culinary school with Julius's money. She's doing great, and we actually are still in contact. Even Donna and Thomas keep in constant contact with her too. We've all grown close due to this debacle. Also, Emily and Julius are now divorced as well. Julius tried taking his aggression out on Donna, but the family stood up with Donna instead of Julius, and they agreed that he was acting like an entitled brat and supported Donna in helping Emily out. I've been doing some small modeling jobs here and there, trying to move on from all the drama. I also have been going out with Thomas for a couple of months now. We'd started to grow closer, and when my divorce was finalized, I felt free enough to pursue another person. Thomas is so nice. I don't know if I'll ever end up marrying him or anything, though. My marriage with Julius had really been that stale and boring, and I'm actually scared to be in another monotonous marriage with somebody else. But we're taking it slow, and we'll see how it'll happen in the future. Anyways, guys, that's it for the update. Thank you for listening to me rant about my cheating, lying ex-husband. It was really cathartic to just write out all my feelings down here. So basically, Julius is crap out of luck with everyone he knows. His family, his friends, his colleagues, everybody's kind of looking at him a little different now. Not really the fact that, well, first of all, he tried to marry his cousin, and then he did successfully marry her, but that aside, it's the fact that he was cheating on his wife, and yeah, it makes it even crazier that it turns out to be his distant cousin, and he actually knew about it. Guys, I want to know your thoughts about this and what you would have done. I can't even imagine being in the position of, well, Emily, OP's mistress. Emily, she was an innocent bystander in all this. She didn't know that was her cousin. She didn't know he was married. I want to know what you guys think. Let's talk about it in the comment section down below. And if you guys are new to the channel, just know I post a story every single day. So stop by tomorrow, see what we're up to, guys. Have a great day. And if you're trying to accomplish something in life, just go for it. Have a great day, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. And of course, remember, it's cool to be kind. Peace.